Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines. Where is my game? How's everybody doing today? I want to thank you guys for joining me today. We got a couple things happening on today's stream. We're going to be talking about World of Airports 3.1.1. We're also going to be talking about some new personal update as well. And what else we're going to talk about? I think that's it. Oh, and we're gonna play some World of Airports, of course. So, yo, Sloppy, thank you for the baby hype. Voitando, what's up, man? Baby hype 2.0. That's funny. That's funny. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I want to start off with just like a personal update. You know, I know some of you guys are signed up to the Phat Airlines email. I know some of you guys are part of the Discord. And I made this announcement already, but I want to let all you guys on Twitch and on YouTube, because we stream live on Twitch and YouTube, so you can pick where you want to watch. But you know, we actually, my wife and I, we had our second child a few days ago. So we have a baby girl, and we're just super excited about it, right? So just to let you guys all know, since the baby's here, I'm a little less active on Discord. I'm a little less active on like all my other platforms as well. I hope you guys understand, right? It's, you know, it's tough to have two kids, one that's you know, newborn, and another one that's like 2 years old, right? So super excited. I want to thank you guys for the support. I'm going to try to, you know, still stream, but my stream today, for example, is going to be a lot shorter than normal. I know typically I do 3 or 4 hour streams. Today is probably going to be like a 2-hour stream, just to make sure you know, everything's good with the baby, with the wife, and with the other, you know, the other kid. Make sure everybody's good, happy, and doing well. The good news is, you know, mom and baby are both doing well, and I'm excited. I also want to share some updates about PhatAirlines.com, right? So I got plans on PhatAirlines.com to do more on PhatAirlines.com, right? So right now it's really just used to get your emails, so that way we can send you guys email contracts. I still intend on doing those email contracts. I'm a little bit behind again on email contracts because of the baby, right? But we're still sending them out. Those will still be going out. So you just look out for them. I'll send you a reply back when we send you that email. But I want to expand the website so we can do a lot more, right? I want to have guides on the Phat Airlines website. I want to have more content, guides, you know, tutorial videos, and I want to create guides in particular to go with the videos that we already have, right? So that goes back into something I mentioned last week on stream. I want to do more tutorial focused videos. So what that means to you is it's going to go back to like my original style of videos where I'm narrating things and telling you how to do certain things. So I'm really excited to kind of resume that. I have 2 videos into working right now that I'm scripting out and working on. So I'm pretty excited to do that. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you sign up for the PhatAirlines.com email newsletter, and that way you guys can stay in the loop. Now, even though I might be like inactive on Discord, and you know, just dealing with baby stuff, I'm still gonna be playing World of Airports, by the way, just like not as publicly, I would say. You know, I'll still keep you updated on like important stuff, like updates, you know, contracts, other news, right, for example. And I also want to thank you guys all for supporting the channel, right? Actually, I activated there's like, I think a 35%, or there's a sale going on right now where if you want to donate 5 gifted subs, you can get a discount. That's for this stream only on Twitch. So any support is really, you know, I appreciate it a lot. It helps, you know, the channel, helps with, you know, video editing, it helps with software, it helps with all those things. And if also, you know, if you have any suggestions for like companies I should reach out to for sponsorships, let me know. I got a few sponsorship requests coming in, but I'm trying to be a little bit picky, things that you guys would be interested in. And last but not least, I want to thank you guys. You know, you guys always here every Saturday for your support. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. It's really cool that you guys are here every Saturday, and it's a lot more fun when you guys are here versus when you're not. So thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, let's get into World of Airports news now. Actually, I should probably read the chat too. So we'll say we'll talk to the chat, and then we'll go into the world of airports news. All right. So what's up, Raptor RR, Raptor XRR? Yo, ND Guarino, thank you for being first. Hockey fan, thanks for all the cheers, bro. What's up, hockey fan? ND Guarino's here. France Japan is here. Mike said, I was wondering if you forgot to hit the go live button. Yeah, I was like a few minutes late this morning. I was busy talking to my mom. My mom's still here. Like, as you may know, my mom typically helps with babysitting my son on stream days, and she's still here today, so that's pretty cool. You know, shout out to mom for also helping watch him while we were in the hospital. So shout out to mom. Thank you, mom. But yeah, now I have the go live button enabled automatically, so that shouldn't happen again. What's up, Alfie? What's up, TJ Bay? What's up, Mighty Machines? True Believers here. Sky Aviation's here. Ruben's here. Chimera's here. Chimera said, Def forgot the live button. That's funny. Who else is here? Radak is here. Hammy's here. What's up, Hammy? Hope we are having a good weekend so far. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Yep. Voitando's here. Sir Buffles is here. Adam Cack is here. TK is here. TK Draken's here. Sarah is here. Switching Lambos. France is here. Switching Lambos and France, two different people. Mercurial Justice, what's up, dude? Aerolina Santiago is here. You would like to go to in to accept the event planes? Yes, I actually did that off stream. I didn't want to waste time since we're only going to be doing 2 hours, but shout out. Thank you for that that call out. Let's actually set up the approach manager for 1 hour, because I'm going to be too slow to get all these planes landed, and then I also want to start, you know, assigning the planes that are hearted, because I have the hearted planes are the ones that are closest to finishing. This one's ready for pushback? No, not yet. We got a few ready for pushback, so that's good. Quite a few. All right, we got one ready for handling. All right, let's keep shouting you guys out. Baby Hype 3.1.1. No. It's Baby 2.0, and it's update 3.1.1. Mike says, congrats on the baby girl. Thank you. Thank you, Hammy, for the congratulations. We need more babies in the world. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, yeah, let's get into World of Airports news. All right, so what I'm going to do is go full screen here. We got update 3.1.1. Actually, I think came out like yesterday or a couple hours ago, maybe like 12 hours ago, something like that. It says 2 days. So I think the patch notes were posted 2 days ago, but I think the update released like yesterday. But we got some new features, right? So we got the 2D minimap rotation enabled. So now we can rotate the 2D minimap view at airports just like the main gameplay camera. So I think that's pretty cool. We're going to look at, like, so in the main gameplay camera, which is this camera view right here, if you touch the screen with 2 fingers, and you can't, like, you can't see my 2 fingers, I don't have that point of view, but if you touch the screen with 2 fingers, you can rotate the main camera view like that, right? On the main camera view, you can also pinch to zoom out, or you can pinch out to zoom in, right? You can also use 2 fingers to go straight up or straight down to change your angle. So you can change your angle as well. So now with the 2D map, and this is actually my first time doing this, so let's see how that works. You can, well, you can't zoom out, so that's kind of sad. Can you zoom in? You can zoom in. That's pretty cool. I wish you could zoom out further. I think that's something that they're working on. And let's see, you can rotate it. It's pretty cool. That's gonna be interesting, fun. And look at that, the labels move too. That's a cool attention to detail there. That's probably something that, like, I would have forgotten about if I were the developers until testing. Maybe during testing. You know, I didn't have a chance to test this because this was when the baby came, so I didn't have a chance to test this. But all right, that's cool. What else we got? Shout out to Flamingo. Oh my gosh. Flamingo, thank you for gifting 50 subs. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Flamingo, for all the support. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Thank you for that, Flamingo. I need to see. Did you put a message with that? Lots of people getting that sub. Shout out to Flamingo. Flamingo's a big supporter of the channel. I really appreciate you, Flamingo, for all your support. That really helps out a lot. And I know a lot of the people who get your gifted subs also appreciate it, whether they able to tell you or not. You know, it's always just nice to have you. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Lots of people. Guys, if you got a gifted sub from Flamingo, make sure to give her a shout out. You know, give her a thank you. Give her a virtual hug. All right, let's read these notes. That was, oh my gosh. All right. New and updated liveries. You guys, I'm not too interested in liveries, but maybe we can take a look. So we got a full livery list forum post. Oh, it's only 6. All right. That was doable. And then we have RZO Airlines. What is this? Azores Airlines? Okay. All right, what else we got? We got 6. Oh, it says right here 6. Okay. UI improvements. So the account linking error info, added guidance for resolving account linking issues. Oh, I wonder what that looks like. I didn't have any issues linking my account this morning when I switched accounts from my main account. My main account is the Phat Rican, THEPHATRICAN, and my whoa. Flamingo, thank you for another gift, 25 gifted subs. Holy cow. Gato Val, lots of people getting this, lots of people getting gifts today. I appreciate that so much, Flamingo. Oh my gosh. That's on Twitch. For all you guys on YouTube, you might want to come over on Twitch and join in on the fun. I don't know. Flamingo, thank you again. TK in the chat said 2 years. Wow, the time flies. I still remember when you announced your first. Yeah, I mean, time does fly, for real. And my first was like right after 2.0, I think, or something like that. And now we're at 3.1.1, which is incredible, which is amazing. What's up, Christina Varga? We have, let's see, who else? I'm like, I need to scroll down in chat and let's see what you guys are saying. Give a shout out to Flamingo. Thank you to Flamingo. Thank you so much. And guys, oh yeah, I need to mention this. If you guys got gifted a sub, make sure you join the Phat Airlines Discord, because we have a VIP channel. You have to join Discord, and then you have to link your Discord account to your Twitch account. Same thing for you guys on YouTube. If you have a YouTube membership, this also applies to you. But you join the Discord, you link your Discord account and your Discord settings to your Twitch or to your YouTube account. And if you have a membership or you're subscribed on Twitch, if you're a member on YouTube or subscribed on Twitch, you get access to the VIP channel, which has, you know, VIP chat, and we have a VIP contract board. So I try to make sure every contract board post gets at least 1 or 2 planes from me. As a thank you for being a VIP. Whether it's gifted to you or not doesn't make a difference to me. I treat all VIPs the same. So make sure you join in. We have a lot of great conversations there. Yeah, make sure you join. And VIPs also are able to start giveaways. So if you want to go into like the Phat, let me go into Discord actually. I don't have Discord open, huh? Oh, Discord, there we go. So you can go into Phat Airlines Discord and you can actually start a giveaway, a plane contract giveaway, which means that you can host a giveaway. You can be one of these people who are giving away a contract with one of your planes to a random player from one of your airports to another airport. It'll random select all the players that participate, which in this case, in this one, it was only 1 participant. That's kind of crazy. So that person won. But in this case, right, we have 32 participants and 1 winner. So everybody has an equal chance to win the giveaway, which is something I love, because it gives new players, existing players, all players a nice chance. But we have a VIP chat, we have a VIP contract request, so we got, and VIPs also get access to the volunteer chat. But volunteers, we're working on a call sign competition for SCL, so we're currently doing that. We're also testing out a bot for volunteers, so VIPs get access to all 4 of those channels right there. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, or you guys should join, because that's another benefit you get for being a VIP. Let's get back into patch notes though, because I want to talk about what this update is, right? Performance optimization. Oh, this is great for all you guys with older phones, right? Anytime I see performance optimization. So when ATC radio communication is disabled in settings, RAM usage is now reduced. This feature is also automatically disabled when using fast graphics mode for better performance. So if you guys don't know, RAM is like your memory on your phone. So phones nowadays have like 8 gigabytes, but like and some phones have more, some phones have less, right? So essentially you every single program on your computer or on your phone uses memory, and it's usually like a temporary memory, but it's required. So it looks like it was running even when you had it disabled. The radio communication was running, so this might make your game run a little bit smoother to turn off the radio. So maybe we could try that. Also, it's automatically disabled when using the fast setting, so that's pretty cool. JetBridge connection upgrade at MSY New Orleans, GRU Sao Paulo, and SCL Santiago. Single jet bridges now connect to rear doors on large airplanes. Oh, we're not going to be playing any of those airports today, so I can't really show you, but we'll have to take a look for sure. There's a new plane spotting camera at SCL Santiago. So there's 3 additional spotting camera angles have been added. Wow. We might have to check that out later, right? And then the 748 has additional handling service. A 3rd catering service has been added at door L4. Gotcha. So it's just that, I think that's more visual, it sounds like. We got bug fixes. We got SCL pathfinding improved. Pathfinding collisions near gate area 4 at SCL Santiago. There's an E295 door fix, corrected door opening for L1 door. And that was because of a bug report in the forum. So shout out to the community for reporting that. And then we got more fixes. New and updated airline logos for 9 Air, Aeromexico, Air Caribes, Asian Airlines, China Airlines, China Cargo Airlines, and Azores Airlines, based on bug report. Shout out to you guys with the reports. We have SCL improvements. They fixed the ground textures, they fixed clipping objects, and adjusted textures for better performance. Stand 22 JetBridge is now correctly attached when the stand is purchased without extension 1B. Okay, I can't test that out. LHR Heathrow fixes texture optimizations. Okay, I love texture optimizations. I love improved performance. 2D minimap fixes corrected the taxi lines at GRU and at SCL. A359 wheel overlap fix. Front wheels no longer clip through the aircraft nose after retraction. Light map corrections. They fixed nighttime window lighting for 789 Korean Air and 295 Snow White livery. 748F custom livery fix. Removed the outline traces of cargo text when using the white color and palette. Okay. San Diego fixed issue where Terminal 1 extension couldn't be properly selected. Oh. B734 prop display now behaves properly at SCL. Tail lighting no longer appears on the B738 decoration model. Cool. All right. What is RAM? Yeah, that's something I saw. What is that right here? What is RAM? Yep. I gotta heart that. All right, here. Oh, this is a good explanation. Random access memory. It's your computer's short-term memory. It's where the CPU temporarily stores data it needs to quickly perform tasks. That's a really technical answer. All right. We're gonna go back into playing World of Airports. It seems like a pretty. I think the most exciting thing for this update, for me at least, what is the 2D map update. I hope that eventually we get more updates for the 2D map, right? Like zooming out. I would like, especially here at LHR, I would love to see. I feel like I see more of the airport in normal view than I do in 2D view. I don't know. No, I don't. But I wish I could see more of the airport while at LHR in particular, while in 2D map. But hey, they're making improvements, so that's a great sign there. All right, let's scroll back up in chat. I'm gonna read back to you guys comments from earlier and see what you guys had said before, and then we're gonna try to catch up to the bottom of chat. And oh, I might have lost some of your messages. Actually, no, I didn't. Cool. Switching Lambos hasn't played WoA in a long time. Well, I think it's time to play again, right? Now it's up to you, bro. But I think every once in a while it's good to take a break. Sometimes I have to take a break, and it's kind of overwhelming to come back, for me at least. I know, you know, I didn't play for you guys. You know, I have like 1,000 contracts at my LHR, my main account, which is usually not a problem, but it becomes a problem when I decide to not play for a couple of days. So, for example, like I didn't play on my main account on Monday or Tuesday this week. So I came into LHR, and when I went into LHR, I kid you not, I had 400 planes waiting to land, and that took me 6 hours to handle. 6 hours to handle one airport with 400 planes. So that was rough. But other than that, I mean, that's the part that overwhelms me when I take a break. But ultimately, it's not terrible, you know. It's not terrible. Switching Lambos, what's up, bro? Mohammed said, "Hey, Phat, how can I send you planes? Where to? Which account?" So yeah, on this account, I'm on my stream only account. So the one that you're seeing on the stream right now, on the screen right now, is the Phat Empire account. For this account, you have to make a contract request, and that's through Twitch, and you buy it. It's for free. Don't worry. It's not like you have to pay for it, but you do have to buy it using these things called Phat coins. You get Phat coins by watching the stream on Twitch, by following, and by if you're subscribing, you get bonus as well. And then every like 15 minutes or so, you'll also get some bonus points. You use that to buy a contract where I accept the contract from you, or I can you can force me to send you a plane. Be aware though, this isn't the best account to be a contract partner with, because I only play this account on stream. So that means right now it's once per week, and that might even change. I know with my firstborn, I stopped streaming for like 3 months or something like that. I stopped streaming for a while. I'm gonna see if I can still continue to stream this time around, but maybe make them shorter streams, and maybe add another stream during the week, especially with this going on. But we'll see. I have to play it by ear. But I'm going to make sure you guys get updates on the email list and on Discord whenever I know like I'm going to cancel a stream or something like that's going to happen. Another thing you can do too is what's it called? Another thing is my main account. You can join. You can follow. Oh, the ground. Thank you, Hammy, for the ground. Yep, I forgot about the ground manager. We were talking about that last week, activating the ground manager for taxiing purposes. So, oh yeah, if you want to send me a contract request, your best bet, and you don't have to pay anything for it, is my main account. My main account is the Phat Rican, ThePhatRican, and my main account, I'm always accepting planes, and I play certain airports daily. Right now I play LHR, BKK, and IAD are my daily airports, plus Santiago de Chile, SCL, right? So those 4 airports right now are my daily airports. That means I try to play those airports every single day. The other airports, I don't really play every day, but I try to play as much as I can. It's just tough sometimes when I have 400 contracts to handle, right? But things get easier once, like, I'm back into the flow of things. The only 2 airports I don't play on my main account are Innsbruck and Bari. Those 2 airports just doesn't make sense for me to play a lot right now, because it's like slower. So, and a lot of the contracts that I would get are like larger planes, which would slow me down even more on those 2 airports. So I don't really play those airports right now. You can still send me a contract request, but those airports I play less than once per week. I maybe play it once every 2 weeks. So yeah, you could always feel free to send me a contract request to my main account. If you want a plane from me, your best bet is to make a post on the Phat Airlines Discord on the contract board, because anytime I'm looking to send a plane, I check out the contract board so I could send people a contract request. If you're not on Discord, you should join. But we also have the giveaways. So sometimes I have, like right now at my LHR, I think I have like 5 E190s or E195s sitting at my airport. So I might do a giveaway for that. We'll see. But yeah, that's what you can do as well. Flamingo, thank you for the congratulations on the baby. I appreciate that. Voitando's stream lag during that. That's hilarious. Let's see. Let's see. It's going to be fun watching the VIP chat be active the next 30 days. Yeah, I got to admit, VIP chat is the first chat I go into every single morning. I do also check out gameplay chat in Discord too. You know, don't get me wrong, but VIP chat is where I go first thing. Let's see here. TJ Bay says my first sub was from Flamingo, then I decided to resub. Well, thank you, TJ, and thank you, Flamingo. Voitano said, I'm here for another 27 months since that. Nice. Raptors happy for the Oman Air B38M finally. Okay, nice. Yeah, like those the kind of things I don't really notice, but it's good. I like to hear that you guys care about that. So that means it gives me insight. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't downplay it as much, because I don't really play too much with regular airlines in the game. The regular airlines I only use in newer airports and only use them to level up. I'm more like gaming than airplane spotting, but like I like also seeing different variety of airplanes coming in, so I do like that. Let's see. Yo, Martin, thank you for the congratulations. Martin says congratulations to the 2-time dad from Austria. Appreciate that. Switching Lambos is playing Football Manager. Nice. I tried playing Football Manager for a bit, but I just I don't know. I played it. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, and it just didn't click for me. Even though I understand football. I'm nearly at 1,000 followers. I know. I saw that today. I was like 15 followers away. I was going to make that like my stream title to like make that a goal, but I was like, I don't know if could we get 15 more followers on a single Twitch stream? I wonder, but that'll get us to 1,000, and then maybe then we can start like trying to unlock the Concord on this account. Maybe. Let's see. Voitando, I'm always gonna. Well, I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna say always, but yeah. Sometimes it's easy to make fun of you, but I do it out of love, out of fun. But like if it ever does get like annoying, because I know we talked about it, like so here's the joke, you know, that way everybody is in on it. Like for Voitando, right? He went on vacation, and usually he's a very active player. But during his vacation, I'd be like, yo, this guy doesn't even play World of Airports. And like I just make fun of him because he was always trying to like be known as an active player. So I just kind of make fun of him for like not being an active player, even though I knew he was on vacation. So he was getting he didn't realize I was joking, so I apologized to him about that. But yeah, he's a pretty active player when he's home. And then I know today he was talking about some things, and I was like, yeah, good for him. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up in chat. I'm like 10 minutes behind, so I'm catching up, guys. Camara, you run on BlueStacks. It's laggy but bearable. See, what I noticed is World of Airports, like BlueStacks is like a a second thought for them. It's not like a supported platform technically. So whenever you're playing on BlueStacks, you're kind of taking a little bit of risk, especially on a new update. I would say in general, you would want to probably wait for other people to update if you can. I know, like today, for example, when I opened up World of Airports, it told me that there was an update out, but I wasn't forced to update yet. So maybe do that on BlueStacks too, especially if your version that you're running on is kind of stable. You might want to just stay on that version and see how other people are playing on BlueStacks, if they're getting lag as well, because that might help you with, just at least playing with the non-laggy version. Because World of Airports, they don't make updates with BlueStacks in mind. They know people play BlueStacks, but it's not technically a supported platform, right? So they'll make updates eventually for BlueStacks, but that's an afterthought almost. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee for the first time in like 3 months, and it's delicious. I love me some coffee, but I haven't really been having too much coffee lately. Voitando, thank you for thank you for our contract with Phat Empire to your IAD. I sent you the request to repeat it back. Yo, Flamingo! With another 25 gifted subs. That's 100 today. Thank you, Flamingo. I appreciate that. Again, shout out to Flamingo. Oh, let's talk about the call sign competition too, by the way. So especially since we got so many new VIPs, so many people gifted subs. We're working on a call sign competition, and one of the things that we're going to be doing with the SCL call sign competition is I'm going to be working with the developers of World of Airports, so that way we can give away gold planes to the winners. We're going to have 5 different categories for call sign names, right? So what that means is we're going to have a category for like, let's say aviation category, right? So it could be like the call sign begins with CC at SCL, right? So it's gonna be CC dash, and then let's say if you get a call sign SCL, right, for example, you might want to enter that into the call sign competition. And I don't know how we're gonna select the winners yet. I know for our very first call sign competition, we selected winners by letting the volunteers kind of vote on their favorite, and then putting it into a vote in the channel. And Flamingo, thank you for another gifted sub. For the second call sign competition, we did like a tournament bracket, and we voted live on stream, and we announced that stream like a month in advance so people could show up and be here for that stream. I don't know how we're gonna select it, but what I do know is we're gonna have 5 winners, and we're gonna have 5 different categories. So there's gonna only be 1 winner for each category, and the 5 winners are going to get gold planes. I don't know how many gold planes, but I did talk to the developers of World of Airports, and they said they were willing to, give some gold planes to the winners of this competition. So that's great news. Also, you'll get VIP as well for I think the rest of the year, maybe even longer, because I'll probably forget to remove it. But that's something I want to keep going forward, is with the new airports. Yo, TK, thank you for resubscribing for 15 months, bro. I appreciate that, man. 15 months, man. That is amazing. Yeah, I want to keep that going forward, and we might even look back at some airports. Like, for example, we never did a GRU call sign competition, so we might want to do a GRU competition as well. Yo, thank you for the follow. Who is that? Javel Rizzer, thank you for the follow. Autofan, thank you for the congratulations. Christopher plays UATC, Unmatched Air Traffic Control. Has that game gotten an update like anytime recently? I feel like I haven't seen it like get an update anytime, which is kind of sad, but like I think that's like par for the course for that game at this point. Oh yeah, so call sign competitions, right? I eventually we're gonna go back to GRU to do a call sign competition. We might go back to some other airports as well, but for this call sign competition, I want to focus on SCL. So I know some of you guys might not have SCL, so this call sign competition is not gonna finish for a while. I'm not gonna, it's gonna be ongoing, so I'm gonna keep mentioning it for a lot of times. In a couple of, once we finalize the categories, then I'll open up the Discord channel, so that way you guys could submit your entries. Or I might even have a way for you to submit entries through the website or through email. I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, you definitely don't want to miss on it because you know, we can give away some gold planes, which is really exciting. So I'm excited for you guys for that. What else? Yeah, we'll go back to other airports because I know some people were like, "Oh man, I don't have SCL," and I understand that. You know, when I do competitions with World of Airports, what I really want to do is I want to host competitions that really encourage people to play the game. That's why that's why I like call sign competitions, because yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to play the game in order to get a new call sign, right? Because you could buy gold planes and you could spend gold planes on Wallers and then just buy a bunch of planes. But like, in a way that kind of helps support the developers, so that I don't mind that. Or if you don't want to spend your gold planes on Wallers, you have to play that airport in order to earn Wallers and therefore buy a new plane. Now with these call sign competitions, if you have like an A388, which is like or a Concorde, you know, some of the more expensive planes in the game with the same call sign as somebody else, you know, the more expensive plane is going to be a little bit more impressive than the not expensive plane, right? So what we want to do is you want to try to get you kind of want to get a bigger plane. A bigger plane is going to get you a higher rating on that call sign competition. You know, if you have a bunch of what is it? If you have a bunch of DHC6s with some good call signs, it's not going to be as impressive as if you had, you know, what's the most expensive? Let's say a 748F, right? If you have a 748F with a good call sign, 430,000 Wallers you have to pay for that, versus 10,000 Wallers for the I always mess up the name, the DHC6. The 748F is going to win, no doubt. But I'm not discouraging you guys to not enter, because you never know what people are going to vote for. All right, cool. I'm trying to scroll. I'm like 3 minutes behind in chat now, so I think we're pretty close. If I skipped any of your messages and I didn't read them out loud, that means I probably didn't see it. Especially if it was like a message to me, like a congratulations or something. If you want to type that back in chat, feel free. I'm not going to get upset. Some of my chats disappeared. So, yeah. All right, cool. I'm at the bottom of chat. What did Yang ask? I missed that message. Oh, which airport should I buy next after completing both LHR and BKK? Well, if you complete BKK, once you complete LHR, right? Once you're done with LHR, you're unlocking Sydney, right? So honestly, I would just continue leveling up the airports so you can unlock the next airport. So you finish LHR, you're gonna unlock Sydney. Now, after Sydney is BKK, and you already have BKK, so you don't have to like. There's nothing to really unlock after Sydney in your case. But after BKK is New Orleans. So you can finish New Orleans and then you can get GRU. After GRU comes SCL, right? In general, though, I don't really recommend unlocking airports because there's a lot of things that you could spend your gold planes on that you can't get for free. You know, by playing this airport at LHR, I'm going to get Sydney Airport for free. I'm not going to spend a single gold plane on it. And there's so many other things in this game that you can never get for free. Other than, you know, the fact that you can trade in your silver planes for 10 gold planes. I guess you could get, you know, certain things for free with gold planes, but stay with me. Gold planes are premium currency, right? You typically have to buy them. And well, I would tell you guys, yo, France, thank you for the subscription, bro. Well, I would tell you, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. What I would tell you is there's a couple other things I would recommend higher than unlocking an airport to spend your gold planes on. And I know I'm going to answer your question anyways about like what airport to buy, but I always like to stress it because like you can't buy a premium pass for free. There's no way to ever buy a premium pass in World of Airports for free. You always have to spend gold planes for it. So you're better off spending your gold planes on a premium pass. All premium passes are worth it. Some are more worth it than others. But every single premium pass, you're going to make your money. You're going to spend less gold planes on the premium pass than if you were to like buy all the things that are included in that premium pass. Just on handling crew alone, you're saving money. So that alone, you're going to be making some value out of. You also can unlock a plane model, right? There are no plane models in the game that you can unlock for free. So you have to use gold planes in order to unlock plane models. Liveries. Now, there are some liveries you can get for free. Some are completely for free through the airport pass. Some are for free through the premium pass, through leveling up on the airport pass. And then the rest of them you have to buy using gold planes. Now, liveries are more cosmetic, right? So they're not really a necessary thing like a premium pass would be, or like an airplane model would be. But those are things I would recommend before unlocking an airport. Now, in your case, you have LHR and you have BKK. So what I would recommend is, I don't know what other airports you have. I don't know if you have Innsbruck. I don't know what airports you have before LHR. But if you're only at Innsbruck, or let's say you're at Bari, or if you're at Prague, I don't know where you're at. But I would probably consider maybe an airport like Muscat, or something that's before. Since you already have BKK is going to unlock MSY, which then you can work towards GRU and SCL. Typically, I don't recommend the newest airport, even if it might be the greatest airport in the world. I usually don't recommend the newest airport because there's no airport to unlock after that airport, right? So right now, you're probably better off unlocking GRU, so that way when you max out GRU, you can unlock SCL. Right now, if you max out SCL, you're not unlocking anything else. Now, yes, we are expecting another airport. We don't know what that airport's going to be. We don't know when that airport's coming out. So right now, it's hard for me to recommend. Maybe once we get closer to the airport release, then that might change. But for now, I wouldn't recommend it. Now, it's up to you, right? It's always up to you. But that's my recommendation. Now, Muscat is a good airport to unlock because after Muscat, you get Leipzig and then you can get St. Martin. So you get another few airports. Muscat is it's a bigger airport. You got 2 runways. It's a great hub. It's actually, I think, underutilized by a lot of players, even by myself. And it can do a lot of contract destinations. I wouldn't really unlock IAD because I feel like, Bari and Prague are kind of easy, like they're lower levels to unlock the next airport, so you can work your way towards unlocking IAD, especially since it's a little bit more expensive than a lot of the other airports. But yeah, those are like my I guess Muscat is my recommendation for, based on like my assumptions and what I know for you having LHR and BKK already. What are your favorite airports for call signs? I liked any of the airports that start with like, I hate Muscat for call signs, right? Because A40 just doesn't work, right? So like, the Washington or the US airports with the letter, what, N or D? Oh, I'm blanking out, man. I got baby brain. I don't know. But like those all the other, oh yeah. So like Leipzig with the D, right? I like the D on Leipzig. Like you see here with Meek Raven of Bronze Realms playing. D Orb, that's like a pretty cool call sign. But I like it when you can combine the prefix, prefix. Okay. Anyways, I like it when you can combine that initial letter there with the rest of the word to create even an even better, word altogether. So I like that, yeah, N is for the US airports. So I like that. Muscat kind of stinks because it's A40, which is like, what am I going to do with that? Where else we have? We have Innsbruck with OE. OE is kind of hard to do something with as well. so I'm not a big fan of that. Here's IAD with the letter G. I thought IAD was N. When did they change that? Or wait. Oh, this is my plane. What? Going to IAD. Gotcha. Whoops. I got BKK. Oh, this is G is for LHR. So there we go. What else we have? We have Muscat. Where's BKK? Certainly, I have some planes coming from BKK. Yo, who is that? Yo, Flamingo with another 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that so much. Oh my gosh. Who got gifted a sub there? Let me see. We got Hungarian. We got some other people. Anybody who's here? Anybody who's here? Vader, Xyrox. Okay, some people who were here last stream. Some people who are here this stream. Nice. Shout out to you guys. Congratulations. Nice. Yo, and gifting a sub to Hockey Fan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me see here. Let's see. But yeah, okay is pretty cool from Prague. I like that call sign as well. I think that's a pretty fun call sign to use. GRU with the G. No, GRU is not G. GRU is like is what? It's two letters. I forget what two letters they are. Not G. G is for LHR. Bari is what? I think I you can do something with. So I'm not a hater of the letter I for call signs. Here we go. Oh, BKK with HS. So HS, you might be able to do something with that. I forget what Nagoya is. Oh yeah, Nagoya JA. You can make some words out of JA. So, but there's no dash there, so it kind of forces you to have to make a word, right? Like, for example, at Nagoya, if you had JAPAN, like, oh my gosh, you would win. Japan, that would be like just the best call sign. I guess I don't have any incoming planes from GRU right now. We'll have to take a look. But anyways, yeah, I think those are some of the good airports for call signs because they have like usable letters, you know. Raptor has a 748 at Prague with OK WWE. Nice. Yo, Captain, thank you for the follow. Captain what is it? Holskopf. Sorry for butchering, but I tried, bro. GRU is PP. Thank you, James Woodhall. Appreciate that. Yeah, you could make some good stuff with PP as well. Yeah. Alfie has GABC. That's a good one. We need PPPPP. What about SAN and MSY? Well, I know SAN has the same as IAD, right? With the letter N. Is MSY N as well? Oh gosh, Adam Cack with your with your call sign. Oh my gosh. Oh, Alfie has D-Day at LEJ. Oh my gosh. y'all are funny. Let's see if we can watch a landing. Let's see a landing. Yo, a Flamingo has CCASH cash. Let's go at SCL. I like that one. Yeah, I remember one of Flamingo's planes. It's like a Concorde ITLY at Bari. I think that's a pretty cool one. ITLY, is that what it was? I forget. But I remember it was like Italy. I thought that was a cool one. I forgot to do a handling crew. Let's watch this plane land. I'm trying to click it. Yo, look at that. Devel is level 16 at Bari. Any recommendations? Sorry if I'm asking so much. Nah, this is the best place to ask because, like, I could kind of give you a little bit more in-depth response than I could like on Discord, for example, or something. Because on Discord, like some of these, questions, I can give a simple answer, but like the simple answer doesn't, I mean, like my simple answer is you just want to play more and handle more planes, right? That's how you level up a lot faster. But like at Bari, for example, you really want to handle a lot more of the smaller planes and maybe some medium planes too. You don't want to ignore the large planes, but you don't want to have too many of them because you only have two large stands, right? You have the DEF stands. Sorry, DE. You don't have F at Bari. You have the two DE stands at Bari. So you don't want to have too many of them because that's going to slow you down. Plus, they have a very long taxi time. But yeah, Bari, you really want to load up on the seaplanes if you can. But you don't want to load that up too early. At level 16, you could probably start to have a few more of those the seaplanes, but you really want to you need to have the handling crew in order to be able to handle more of those seaplanes. So that's where having a lot of the B planes can help you out. But the B planes also don't bring you a lot of wallers, right? They don't bring you a lot of silver planes. They don't bring you a lot of XP. So that's one of the bad things about that airport, is that it's a little bit slower in that regards. But another thing you can do too is handle more player contracts. You could probably find a lot of players who are playing at LHR who can send you planes to your Bari. So like join like the Phat Airlines Discord, for example, and if you see like a small plane or a medium plane giveaway, you can join those giveaways and see if you can get a plane to your Bari, especially if there's a plane coming from LHR. Those planes can, well, actually maybe not a B plane from LHR, they probably can't make it to Bari, but the C planes definitely can. So definitely look at those. Maybe you want to join a few of those. Look at the contract board, see if you can do some player contracts that way, because player contracts give you the highest rewards. You do have to handle the plane 10 times before you actually get a reward for handling the plane, so it is like a delayed gratification. But if you're playing with like an active player like me or a lot of other people in this community, you're gonna get you'll get the 10 handlings in 10 days. You could sometimes even get it faster depending upon how often the other player is playing that airport, right? And how often you're playing. But that's another thing too, is like you need to, I would say, try to spend at least maybe 30 minutes per day playing the game. I always like to turn on the tower managers. I like to at least turn on the approach manager. Now here at LHR, I'm turning on the approach manager and the departure manager because my departure queue started to get a little long. But at Bari, you don't have to really worry too much about your departure manager, because your departure manager, you have such a long a long queue that you can manually tell planes to line up. Yo, Flamingo, thank you for another gifted sub to Mufab. Mufab is another great player. Yeah, so at Bari, you don't have to worry too much about departure manager. And then here at LHR, I activated the ground manager too. Because thank you, Hammy, for reminding me, by the way. Because each of these managers also have soft benefits, right? So like the approach manager will speed up landing. So even if let's say you pause the manager, so you're going to manually tell planes to land, the speed up ability continues. So the speed up ability happens there. The ground manager will manage the pushback and runway crossings, but at an airport like LHR, having a speed up on taxiing helps a lot. At Bari, it could help a little bit, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't know how many silver planes you have either, but I would just stick with the approach manager, and you should be good, because that'll help things go faster as well. Yo, what's up, bro? Channels? No Twitch ping today. Interesting. Rip my alerts, man. Where is it, man? Where is it? My bot took a day off, huh? What's up, bro? Thank you for joining, bro. Spacebrick says you can have a lot of D planes at Bari because the gate stands at the terminal with jet bridges at A, B, C, and D stands. Gotcha. That's good to know. I didn't realize that. Like I said, I don't play Bari too often. So that's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. So you could have some D planes. I still wouldn't go overboard because D planes typically require anywhere from like, well, at minimum like 5 handling crew to like 8 handling crew. So it's going to take a lot of handling crew, and then you really want to focus on handling the larger planes first, because those are going to get you to Wallers. What account we're playing? We're playing Phat Empire, the stream account. Alfie has 800k at BKK, which you might save up because you want to make an alliance and it'll be useful for planes. Awesome. I don't know how long it'll be until we see alliances though. We really haven't had like an update or more information about alliances. So I'm like, but the good thing is like they're putting in a lot of the changes that I feel like are going to be relevant to alliances. For example, like the custom liveries that we're going to be getting that we learned a little bit more about in the dev blog. That seems like it's going to be also an alliance feature, right? Where you're going to have an alliance livery. So to me, it sounds like that could be related to alliances. You know, all these other features, if we go into game settings here, where you have default colors, you know, I think that the profile stuff right here can be related to alliances. Changing player name could be related to alliances in a way, perhaps. I don't know, but Road Channels is focusing on Woapedia at some airports. Yo, I got so many planes I still have to transfer in from 1.5 or whatever, that I feel like if I just transfer in all those planes, I'm gonna like jump up so high in the Woapedia rankings. All right, we got questions about St. Martin too. Okay, so St. Martin is like the same tips as Bari, because St. Martin you're also running into like handling crew issues there. At St. Martin, I would probably see if you can get the premium pass there. I think it's only like 30 gold planes, but the premium pass is definitely very useful because at St. Martin you can handle a lot more larger planes than you can at Bari, right? So you have like 5 stands that can handle D, E, and F planes, or DE planes. There's one stand that can handle an F plane, and then you have 2 stands that can handle D, or you have like 7 stands now that can handle D planes. So at St. Martin you really benefit a lot from handling like a good amount of larger planes for the Wallers, but you also have to consider that you're taking a lot of time with the taxiing. Flamingo, thank you for gifting another sub to Javel. I think that's a new follower too. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. And at St. Martin too, you're going to be spending a lot of time at that airport if you're having a lot of the larger planes. But beyond the larger planes, don't forget to have a lot of small planes coming in. See if you have players who are playing at Washington or New Orleans, you know, IAD or MSY. Those 2 airports can send small planes to St. Martin, and you can get, you know, some progress there. You want to handle the small planes because there's a lot of small stands, but not only that, when you're handling large planes, you're sometimes going to have like 3 or 4 handling crew left over when you're handling all of the larger planes. So handling even just one small plane during that time will help you just make some progress. And the small planes don't have a lot of taxi time. They don't have to, you know, turn around on the runway for takeoff or for departure. So small planes are just really beneficial. They don't really help you level up fast, but they'll help you make some progress, which is all what it's all about at St. Martin, is making progress. But highly recommend getting that premium pass. On my free-to-play account, I was trying to hold off on unlocking the premium pass because gold planes are hard to come by, right? When you're free to play and you don't buy gold planes for money, you're limited to like 17 gold planes per week, right? Every single player, like, you should never buy the 1 gold plane for 1,500 silver planes, right? everybody should listen, because you should never buy the one gold plane for 1,500 silver planes until you're rich. All right. Every single player, your only goal needs to be to buy the 10 gold planes. Even though I have 4,325 silver planes, I am not buying the one gold plane. I am saving up for the 10 gold planes because this is cheaper. Yes, it's more expensive in price, 10,000, but it's cheaper per gold plane, right? If you were to buy this 10 times, you'd be paying 15,000 silver planes. You buy this once and you pay 10,000. Okay, so every single player, you need to buy the 10 gold planes. Save up for that. And then once you have a lot more gold planes, I would say maybe around 30 to 50,000 silver planes, depending upon how often you play, then you could start buying the one gold plane every single day. But the 10 gold planes has a 7-day cooldown. The cooldown starts the moment that you purchase it. So you want to, your goal is to get 10 gold planes every single week. Then you can start working towards getting one gold plane every single day. That's 17 gold planes for free every single week, which is, a lot of gold planes in a year. Almost 1,000 gold planes you can get in a year, right? So that's a lot of gold planes you can get for free. And my chat is scrolling. I haven't seen 10 to Sarah asked anybody with in-game name 10 to 10. I haven't seen 10 to 10's planes in a while, and I haven't seen them in chat either in a while. Are we going to get a name change patch soon? What are you talking about, Chimera? We just got an update in 3.1 where you can go to game settings and you go to profile and you can change your player name right here for 5 gold planes. So I'm not sure what you mean, a name change patch. The only thing that maybe what you mean is once you change your name, your old contracts still have your old player name on them. But once that contract renews, then it has the new player name coming in. I don't think that's going to get patched. I think that's just a limitation on the game. Otherwise, they would have changed it. But just handle the planes a little bit more, right? Andy Guarino says St. Martin is really difficult. Trying to handle lots of small planes and fewer larger planes as they block the runway and slow traffic flow. Yeah, you do need larger planes though, because the smaller planes are only going to make you like 200 wallers, while a larger plane is going to make you 2,000, right? So you get one plane and you get 10 times the amount of wallers for handling, and usually get like 10 times the amount of XP or silver planes when you're handling at that tier 10 handling. So it's all about balance for that airport. You need to have a good balance, which is tough because you really want to, like, I want to handle a lot more of those larger planes so that way I can get more wallers, but you really don't have capacity to do that. That's looking good. St. Martin Premium Pass is only 20 gold planes, even better. I thought it was 30, so my bad. Thank you for the correction. That is actually pretty good. I highly recommend St. Martin Premium Pass. You get free planes, you get free wallers. The wallers in the beginning help you open more stands, which gets you more contract capacity. You get contract capacity in the Premium Pass. You get handling crew in the Premium Pass. Like all of that, like the handling crew especially, lets you handle more of those larger planes at once. And there's not a lot of stands to unlock to like naturally increase your handling crew. Like at LHR, for example, or like the larger airports, you have a lot of stands, so you can survive without having all of the handling crew from the Premium Pass. It's not the greatest because, if you don't have all the handling crew available, you're gonna spend a longer time in the airport. So like that's another thing, is like the more handling crew you have, the quicker you can leave out of that airport, go to another airport, make more progress, right? Because you're able to handle more planes at once. But yeah, 20 is really good. What's best for silver planes per hour? BKK, LHR, or IAD? Well, for me, it's LHR, but it might be because of the way I play LHR. So for me, when I play LHR on my main account, I'm playing, what I'm doing is I am opening up my LHR in the evening, or actually it's more like nighttime. So like right before bed, I go into LHR, I go right here into Tower Managers, and I hit activate all. I turn the speed up to maximum, and I put the remaining on maximum. I actually sometimes do 3 hours of handling crew at LHR. Then I spend about, let's say, 30 minutes before bed playing LHR so I can handle the first wave of planes, and that way they could push back on their own. And then when I come back in the morning, I do have to leave the game on. I do have to keep the game, my iPad plugged in, so that way it doesn't die. But when I come back in the morning, I have like 190 planes on the ground ready to handle. No other airport has that many stands, right? At least in the game. No other airport in the game has that many stands. So it really has a lot of planes on the ground. The handling timers don't start until you start handling the plane. So you don't have to like worry about a plane being delayed or anything like that. So for me, it's LHR because of that, but also there's so many other destinations that you can get an airplane from. The only airport I think you can't get an airplane from is Sydney to LHR. So all the other airports in the game you can send to LHR. So it's a great airport to like receive airplanes because other players will have no problem. Well, other players can find a plane to send you that can go to LHR. So I like LHR. IAD is pretty solid too. I think IAD is nice. I only run into issues because of the D planes. I still have a lot of D planes coming into IAD, whereas like before, some of the D planes would park at like the medium stands. So like the 752s, for example, they used to be a medium plane. Now they're a D plane. So now they have to park with all the other D planes. So that kind of slows me down a little bit. I think that's changing over time because I'm seeing a lot of those contracts not renewing, and I'm selling some of my planes too. So that way I don't have too many of those. BKK, I only struggle because I'm not getting a lot of contracts there. Usually when I log into BKK, even after my 2 days of not playing BKK, I only had about 100 planes waiting to land there, which is, compare that to my 400 planes waiting at LHR. Granted, I have 1,000 contracts at LHR. I don't have 1,000 at BKK, but I'm finding it harder to get contracts to my BKK than I am to LHR IAD. So that is that. I might even switch off of BKK being a daily airport and maybe switching to SCL. SCL is like, I'm having a lot of fun at that airport. And then seeing in the patch notes today how we have how they gave, what did they give? Yeah, how they gave LHR, or not LHR, they gave SCL some taxing updates. So I'm wondering how that's going to help improve as well. All right, we got an L plane contract, Phat L plane contract, TJ Bay to Muscat. So let's do that. I got 2 million, so I can buy an airplane. That's no problem. We're going to do an E plane, and it's to Muscat. So we got the unlocked planes over here. Let's do... We don't want to do a cargo plane to Muscat. Why don't they fix the engine shape of the A380, A340, and some cargo planes? It's coming. All the planes are going to get an update, but every time, with some of those older plane models, what World of Airports has to do when it comes to like creating a new airplane model is they have to essentially recreate the plane. So it's not like they are just like remodeling just the engine. They actually have to remodel the entire plane, and then they have to redo all the liveries. Now, I think with newer models, they kind of learn from that experience. So like they have like a little bit more modular things that they can do to make it easier for updates in the future. But to go from like those old engines to the new ones, they have to remodel the entire plane. They have to remodel all the liveries. So it's quite a process, especially with, I mean, if we go into the Wowipedia, let's actually go into the Wowipedia real quick. Actually, let me buy this plane. But if you go into Wowipedia, there's like over 1,000 planes liveries out there, not including the player liveries, right? So there's a lot of planes out there and a lot of liveries that they would have to recreate. So that's the main reason why it takes so long for those changes to come into play. All right, we're gonna go with 20 first class, 0 business. Oh, I don't even have this plane. What am I doing? Oh, I do have the plane. I don't have Snow White? I'm so confused. Oh, I don't have premium. That's what it is. Okay. I'm like, why do I have to pay 24 gold planes? I'm gonna purchase this plane. Let's go all the way to the end here. We're gonna heart that so we can get it to land next. Or soon, I should say. It's not necessarily next, but it's gonna land quickly. Yo, what's up, C. Ross? Where are the shared stands at IAD? I don't think there are shared stands. There are stands that block. There are blocking stands at IAD, but I don't think there's shared stands. Yeah. And I don't think there's combined stands either. Imagine ATL in the game. That would be pretty cool. Yep. That would be massive. I don't. They would have to like drop. Well, I think as time goes on, I think what'll end up happening, because like, you know how Android and iPhone updates will eventually just like stop updating older phones, like it just won't be compatible with older phones. I think as that happens, games and apps then they stop supporting older versions of Android or iPhone. I think as time goes on and that happens, we might be able to see more. We might be able to see like additional airports coming into the game that are like larger. But like, I know so many people have problems playing LHR. Their game lags, they have issues. I mean, in 3.1.1 they did make some performance improvements at LHR, so hopefully that helps with a lot of people who are having performance issues. But you know, even then, you know, I'm sure people are still going to have issues with their older or less powerful phones. Okay, Seabirds Club Airline, you sent me a request. You're Dolphins, I think, right? Your Seabirds Clubs. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I do like this livery though, Dolphins Airlines. I like the gray. It's like a dolphin gray. I like that. I like how on the bottom of your plane, right, you got the light blue and the dark blue. Like the light blue is like the Caribbean, or you know, like the nice little like sea, and then the dark blue on the bottom is like the ocean. I like what you're doing with this. That's pretty cool. I like that. T-Bird, you said yes. Is that you? You're not Dolphins. Are you? Oh, you are Dolphin. Nice. Well, I just gave you a nice little shout out for your livery, bro. I like it, man. That's pretty cool livery. And that's why I'm even more excited about like the custom liveries, because like custom liveries, we're gonna see even more creativity come out with that. We're gonna get to see like I'm excited to see what Dolphins Airlines look like. I'm excited to see like what Flamingo looks like. I'm sure Flamingo will come up with some pretty amazing liveries. I'm gonna have some competitions to help me with my livery. I'm gonna ask my wife to help me probably because she's a graphic designer. But we'll go. We'll see. That's gonna be pretty cool when that comes out. Hockey Fan says SCL is way better than GRU. Yeah, I think I kind of agree. At GRU, you know what I don't understand, and I haven't played GRU since with the new update 3.1.1, but for GRU, sometimes like planes will not cross the runway, and like 5 planes will take off when I have 4 planes waiting to cross the runway to get to their stand. Doesn't make sense to me. Like, let one plane take off, then let one plane cross the runway. I mean, that's because I play with the tower managers on, so I could always pause the tower managers. But like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what are you doing? Cross the runway. But no, the other plane is taking off, and it just keeps backing everything up. So I kind of wish. And I get why it has to be, it's probably configured this way, but I wish that the landing planes didn't have to cross the runway to get to their stands. So yeah, that confuses me at GRU. SEL, there's no crossing of runways, so that works out pretty nicely there. And there's like a nice long queue for departures that don't really block too many of your planes, so you can do like a 2 arrivals 1 departure ratio at SCL, and maybe after like an hour of playing, then you'll experience maybe a backlog, but even then, like, the backlog isn't that terrible. Martin says, I hope they add the A350-900 ULR, then you can fly from Sydney to LHR. Nice. That would, yeah. If LHR should be the airport that can get to every single airport, right? Like, LHR is like literally like, I mean, it's like in the middle of the world, right? Bro Channels is gonna save up for the 330 Neo. Nice. Brian Ho said, Fat, can I send planes to your SCL daily account? Definitely. I'm like, I did get international status at SCL. I am a little bit backed up. Actually, I think I handled all player planes. I have a bunch of non-player planes, because every hour I accept the local contract. I accept like many of the regional contracts, especially the ones that I think I don't have. So I have a lot of non-player contracts, but yeah, I still have plenty. I have plenty of contract capacity now, because every 2 days, especially on my main account, where I have 3.7 million silver planes. So every 3 days or every 2 days, I'm buying the 3 contract capacity and the 1 contract capacity at pretty much every airport that I play. I buy this. These have a 48-hour cooldown, so I can buy that. And then even if I were, yo, Kamikaze, thank you for 22 months, bro. How you doing, man? And appreciate you, man. So with contract capacity, yeah, if you have like, I would say if you have over like 100,000 silver planes and you're earning silver planes consistently, and you're at like a bigger airport or an airport you like playing a lot, buying contract capacity is really like almost like a cheat code in a way, because the more planes that you can get in your airport, the more contracts you have, the more silver planes you're going to earn, right? So yeah, it might take you, like in my case, if I spend 2,500 or actually let's say I spend 1,000 silver planes for 1 contract capacity, that's 1 A388 contract at tier 10 that you need to finish in order to make your silver planes back. That's easy. That's 10 days, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little less, but that's 10 days, even here it's a lot cheaper. And even if you use the contract capacity on a smaller plane, you're still making your silver planes back, and then it just kind of snowballs over time where you're just gonna have too many silver planes. So I love spending my excess silver planes on contract capacity, because there's nothing else really to spend them on. That's why I'm kind of hoping that like alliances, in order to start an alliance, I'm like wondering if it's going to cost silver planes to like start an alliance. I think that's what makes the most sense. But I don't know. They haven't really told us much about alliances, so I'm not going to make too many assumptions. Martin says, when can I expect your 295 at my St. Martin? So I think I'm still working on emails that came to me on July 13th. My wife had a baby on Sunday, right? So that really stopped me from playing World at Airports for 2 days. And then I had to catch up on my other airports as well. So I know on Wednesday I sent a bunch of contracts out from my GRU to St. Martin. Oh, and by the way, what he's asking about, I have right now an email contract going out, or it went out already to all my email subscribers. So if you're not subscribed already on phatAirlines.com, join. It's for free. All you got to do is submit your email address and your World at Airports username. I send out an email where anybody can reply back with a compatible airport and your username, and then I will send you that plane to your airport. So yeah, I got the contract capacity. I don't necessarily have the Wallers, but I just been spending gold planes for Wallers, so don't worry about that. I have the contract capacity for all the planes. All I have to do is, like, I was just backed up because we had a baby. I was in the hospital with my wife and the baby. Just to, for support. I was okay. Wife and baby are okay too, so everything's okay now. But I wasn't playing World at Airports at the hospital. I know I probably could have, but there was just too much going on. That it just I didn't do it. But yeah, so Wednesday I sent out a few more contracts. Then yesterday and Thursday, I really didn't send out too many contracts because I wanted to focus on playing my main airports, which also those players, I tell you guys every single stream, I tell you guys on every single platform that my daily airports are Washington, IAD, LHR, and BKK. And here I am not playing my daily airport for 3 days, right? So I wanted to play those airports so I can make sure that, people who are relying on me to like handle planes can get their airplanes back. So I think I'm mostly caught up. I still have to play a little bit more IAD, but I'm mostly caught up on all those airports now. So tonight I'm gonna resume sending out those email contracts. I'm still working on July 13th. I have when I checked yesterday, there was about 60 unread messages that I have. Now some of them are like congratulations from my baby announcement, right? And my future plans announcement as well, all in that same email. But yeah, I'm still working on July 13th. I'm still going to be sending them out. Don't worry, you will get those contracts, and I will send you an email reply back to let you know when it has been sent. So that way you know to go into your account and to accept it. Now, the cool thing with GRU has a ton of C stands, so I'm not worried about space. That's why I sent the contract from GRU in particular, because sometimes I have these airports that have I did a contract from St. Martin, for example, and St. Martin only has 9 C stands. So that was like the longest contract ever for me, email for me to do, because I would send 9 contracts, and then I would have to wait for those people to accept them. And a lot of you guys accept them pretty quickly, right? But when there's only 9 stands, like even an hour is a long time, because I want to send out more than 9 contracts at a time. But at GRU, I can send out like 20 contracts at a time. The hardest part is getting those planes landed, right? Because now World at Airports makes it real easy. So you can go here to configure and buy. You select your plane, they have you automatically have your livery selected based on your game preferences, right? So it already selects your colors based on your defaults. It has your livery selected based on your defaults. You have a quantity button here, so you can buy up to 10 at a time. So it makes it real easy. You configure it. So once you figure out what the perfect configuration is, then you go in here and you configure it. Then all 10 that you buy have that perfect configuration. You're good to go. So it's real easy to buy a bunch of planes. The hard part now is to like land them, because you got to wait for them to taxi. You got to wait for them to land. Then if you're using the tower manager, you know, they land based on the tower manager's preferences, right? So right now my preference here is to prefer the favorited airplanes. And then because I have arrival sequence off, all the planes are landing in the order they were assigned. So sometimes like that means the newly purchased planes are going to be the last ones to land. Sometimes what I'll do is I turn on the arrival sequence, and if like it's a 295, I'll put C all the way in the top. That way we can get those C planes landed as well. There's a lot of ways you can kind of do it, but it is still a process to land 20 or more planes, right? So, but yeah, really long answer to a very simple question, and my simple answer is you're gonna get it soon. I don't know when your email was sent, but I'm resuming that very, very shortly. You buy Robux? Oh my gosh. Oh, France kept the landing manager on and forgot to put the ground manager on in GRU. So the approach manager, right, automatically lands planes. The ground manager doesn't, pushes back. So essentially, you probably had a bunch of planes that were ready for pushback, even though your landing manager was still working, and there was no open stands for those planes to land. That is sad. But I mean, if you didn't have the delivery manager, there was nobody to assign them anyways. So it's probably not as terrible. Yo, what's up, Jav from Australia? My day's going well, you know. It's a great week, you know. We had a baby, second baby in the house now, so really excited about that, you know. And everything's good, you know. Just trying to figure out, you know, life and schedules and how things are going to work. You know, especially I wasn't even sure if today's stream was going to happen, but thankfully my mom is here to help watch my 2-year-old. You know, my wife is right, you know, with our newborn. So today's stream is going to be a lot shorter than usual. You know, typically my streams are anywhere from 3 to 4 hours long. Today is I'm gonna end in about 20 minutes today, so it's gonna be about 2 hours long. Actually a little shorter than 2 hours because I started a little late. But you know, I know last time with my firstborn, my streams, we ended up I canceled a lot of my streams because, you know, just life gets crazy, and I'm gonna see what I can do to kind of not cancel streams, because I really enjoy streaming with you guys. A lot of you guys are learning a lot. I get all your positive message in my comments and my emails, my DMs, you know, you guys thanking me for, you know, helping you with World of Airports, and I really appreciate that, by the way. It makes me smile. I don't always reply back, especially to the emails, but I do read every single email that comes by. Even if it's just an email contract request and you're sending me an email and you put an extra note in there, I try to send you another extra note back in my reply, but I read all your emails. So I really appreciate all that, because I mean, it's just nice to know that, like, I'm helping people, because, like, I mean, that's like my personal motto, or my personal mission is, I just want to help people. You know, when people ask me, like, what's my brand, it's all about helping others. And that's why, you know, I started Phat Airlines, the YouTube channels, because I saw a lot of people were asking the same questions over and over again in the World of Airports Discord server, and even in the forum, people were asking similar questions. So I was like, hey, and there was nobody making videos about World of Airports. And, you know, in the past, I've always wanted to be, like a streamer. I actually tried streaming like years ago, like I would say like 3 or 4 years before I started Phat Airlines streaming, I tried streaming, and I would be streaming to like 2 viewers, and one of them was me and the other one was my wife, right? So it's like I wasn't streaming to anybody really. But I still kept it up for like a month. But I didn't know where to go with that. And then, one summer I just loved World of Airports so much, and I wanted to help people. So like, yeah, long story short, I'm just appreciate all you guys like with the positive comments and, letting me know how much it's helped you. It really like keeps me going. Basebricks has 3 stars and premium pass on Nagoya. You want to unlock an E or F plane. I have 33 golden planes. Which plane should I unlock? I think the A380. I think the A380 is a really solid plane. I think the 748 is a good plane now too, especially with the remodel. I think it looks good. It's a solid plane as well. It's a little bit cheaper in Wallers, and I think maybe even in gold planes than the A388. I think they can go to very similar destinations. Nagoya does benefit a lot from having those longer range planes. So I think an F plane, like the 748 or the A388 are 2 great options to go for. I mean, another option you can go for with 33 gold planes is a 744. A 744 is very similar to the 748 and the 77W. It can go to a lot of the same destinations, but it's also like not super expensive in gold planes right now. So it could be another airplane that you can consider buying, right? So let's look it up. 744. Yeah, it's only 28 gold planes to unlock, while like all the other planes are like 50. So this might be within your budget for you to unlock right now, and you can really benefit from that plane. So that might be the one that you want to consider. Martin said, take your time with your family and your son, no problem. Thank you, man. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate all you guys' support. Like, you guys are so kind and understanding. I appreciate that. Yo, Jav hit 1.1k followers. Let's go. Congrats, bro. Are we at 1k followers on Twitch yet? We're at 989 followers on Twitch, by the way. So we're 11 followers away from hitting 1k. And then nobody knows when one single follower gets added, because then Twitch will only show 1.0k. Let's change our point of view. Go here. Flamingo said, it's okay that you can't play. I think other players will understand you're going to be sleep deprived for the entire year with the new baby. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm trying to get sleep. That's why I'm drinking coffee again. But like, I have a sleep tracker, and I know like I wish you could like bank your sleep time. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like the last 2 months, I've been trying to make sure I was getting some good sleep, because I knew the baby was coming, right? In July. I know I didn't tell you guys, but I knew the baby was coming, so I was trying to get some good sleep. And I wish I could bank that sleep, because like the sleep tracker, it tells me what my sleep quality is. And like the 2 months before the baby, my sleep quality was like 80%, sometimes 70%, sometimes 90%. But like lately, or last few days, my sleep quality has been like 40%. It's like, oh my gosh. And I can feel it. That's why I'm drinking coffee again, just to kind of help me go. Flamingo with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Flamingo. And Radic, thank you for the follow. Let's see who got these gifted subs. We got Mario's, Richard, AJ, Saros, Burrito. Nice. Flamingo, thank you for that. But yeah, it's the lack of sleep, and I feel worse for my wife, because like I'm a heavy sleeper when I sleep too. So like I'm only hearing like the crying. I'm not hearing like the little whining, like the pre-cry, It's like when I'm only waking up for like the really loud cries. I'm not waking up for like the warning the warning cry. So she wakes up for that, and then sometimes she doesn't even wake me up. She just lets me sleep. So like, God bless her. But and I'm thankful too, because like I got a business to run. I am off from my job for 3 more weeks, so that's nice. But there's still a lot, and I keep playing with my Apple Pen. I'm gonna keep it down here. Flamingo with the 1 gifted sub, thank you so much. Raptor said, if anyone wants to send me planes to any of my airports, I play all airports, but not daily. I play when I can. Raptor EXRR. Big F? What does that? Oh, F. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, oh my gosh. I know what F means. Push F to pay your respects. JetBlue Southwest Airlines says, I have, that's a funny name. Is that your username in World of Airports, by the way? They said, I have an A359 from IAD. Can I send you it? Yeah, send it to my main account, bro. The Phat Rican, THEPHATRICAN. I accept all contract requests on that account. And yeah, right now, if you're sending me, I know you said it's from IAD, so you can feel free to send me that. But all contract requests, if I'm getting a contract request from you from your SCL, for example, I'm actually harding it right now, because what I like to do is I like to make sure that I'm helping players level up. So if you're sending me an airplane request from your SCL to one of my airports, I'm making sure those planes are hearted. That way they land first, because I always have the tower manager option to prefer favorited airplanes turned on. I always have that on. So all your planes from SCL are going to be landing first. Dan the Man said, Phat, do you know what's up with the delay on takeoff and pushback? So that was a patch note in 3.1. I'll read that for you, because I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but 3.1 patch note says over here. Here we go. Short delays added after pushback and takeoff actions, plus engine start after pressing taxi to runway button. No pushback only. Based on feature requests by WOA players. ATC post pushback delay before taxi. Add a short delay after pushback before taxiing begins to allow time for engine startup. After pushback is completed, the aircraft would pause for a few extra seconds. Why is this a good idea? It would greatly enhance realism. You know how I feel about realism. Sometimes it's nice, but like sometimes in the game, I don't want too much realism, man. But I get it. Like everybody plays World of Airports differently. For me, it's like, man, it feels bad to have like a little bit of delay. Like now it just slows down everything in my airport by an extra few seconds. And when I'm handling 400 planes or more, like those few seconds add up to minutes. So yeah, realism. So yeah, now that's been added to the game, but I do appreciate, I'm listening to the community, right? People are voting on those community suggestions. If you go to the World of Airports forum, there is a features request. So if you go right here to the World of Airports forum, forum.worldofairports.com, you go to feature request, you can type in airports, gameplay, a bunch of different options you have here. I haven't really checked a lot of these lately, but you have options to vote on them as well. So it's not always like the most voted on or going to be added to the game, but it lets the developers know that more people want this to be in the game, which then might influence their decision to work on it or not, right? So yeah. Flamingo said, I gifted a ton of subs in anticipation to you not streaming every week, so players will have access to the VIP channel for a month. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk with my wife to see, like, because I think what we're gonna do when it comes to streams is like on a week by week basis, where I might cancel stream on Friday. I might have to cancel it Saturday morning based on how she feels. I didn't want to cancel this stream because I know not everybody might have heard the announcement or received the announcement, so I wanted to at least announce it on stream. That way it's on YouTube and on Twitch, so you guys know. But we'll see how it goes. You know, even if it's like an hour and a half or 2 hours, you know, I don't think 4-hour streams are going to happen for a while. 3-hour streams might happen, may not happen. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I'll have to really, you know, I have to work with the wife to make sure, you know, that we're aligned, you know. I don't want her to have to feel like she's doing all the work, even though she's so much better with the newborn than I am. You know, once the baby grows up, like becomes like almost a year old, then I'm like I can really, that's when I really like step up. Even before then, but like as a newborn, man, I really struggle. I think it might be a dad thing, I don't know, but I really struggle with the newborn. But I'm enjoying it, you know. I hold her, you know, she's beautiful, and I'm excited. All right, see you later, Voitando. See you later, Educate. I didn't even know you were here. Shout out to you. Sorry, I'm saying hello right as soon as you're leaving. Voitando's going to announce something in player news. Nice. Voitando's going to Five Guys. I didn't know Five Guys was international. Nice. I like Five Guys, but man, they are so expensive. I could get a real burger. Not to say Five Guys isn't a real burger, but I can get like a bigger burger from like a restaurant, a nicer burger from a restaurant for the same price as what I would pay at Five Guys. Boytown said, I think it's impossible to eat 2 full-size Five Guys burger at once. I've done that, but I haven't done that recently. Ever since May 1st, 2025 is when I started like really like working towards losing weight. So the good news is I lost like 30 pounds so far from May 1st to today. So now I'm not eating 2 burgers, but I'm telling you, before that I could eat 2 Five Guy burgers in one sitting, bro. Maybe that was the reason why I was so overweight. That's a contributing factor for sure. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, and we might take a vacation in August too, so it's gonna be exciting. I'm a little behind, man. I'm like 10 minutes behind again in chat. Coffee fund. I got a stockpile of coffee already in the basement, so I really love coffee. But I stopped drinking coffee when I was trying to lose weight too, because what I would notice too is I would be staying up late until like 1 or 2 in the morning, and then at like midnight I would start to get hungry again, and then I would be eating at midnight, and I wouldn't be going to bed until 1 or 2. And they always say it's not good to eat like that close to sleep because it messes with your digestion. So maybe, you know, that's I cut out coffee. Now I'm not eating those late night snacks, which is like, you know, that's removing like 300 or 400 calories, and yeah, helpful. Yo, what's up, Rick Rashid? Welcome to VIP, bro. Mike's giveaway said he has 3 giveaways happening in the Discord, and they end in 10 minutes. That was 7 minutes ago. So 3 more minutes on Mike's giveaways on the Discord. If you guys are looking for some planes, you go to Phat Airlines Discord, you go to the giveaway channel. I don't know which channel it is, but we got one here that ends in 2 days. We got some L planes from Mike. Yep, that ends in 4 minutes, 5 minutes on this one that you can win. There's only 18 participants and 1 winner, 17 participants and 2 winners. So you can do it. It's from SCL to a compatible airport. That's one of the problems I have with this bot. My bot, I would say, is that it doesn't tell you what's compatible, right? I don't know. I can't tell you right now. 789. Can it go to Sydney from SCL? I think so, but I'm not sure. So that's something that I'm working on. We have a spreadsheet of destinations that different airplanes can go to. But I'm trying to figure out a way we can incorporate that into the bot, so that way you can like an info button or something like that, so you can tell. But yeah, that's the only downfall. Sometimes the main problem I have too is some of these giveaways don't say an airport of your choice. They say a certain airport, so just pay attention to that. Here's another giveaway, right? In the medium plane, SEL to compatible medium airport. So that would be GRU pretty much. Maybe St. Martin. I don't know if an A321 can go to St. Martin or not from SEL, but definitely GRU, right? So that's another plane contract giveaway. And then, oh, we got this plane contract giveaways channel. So if like, you can always see what the latest giveaways are happening and which ones are ongoing. So like you can see here, we got 2 giveaways from William that are still going on. Even though they're a little bit older, that means he had a longer time frame for those giveaways. So you can click on this link here and it'll take you to the channel. It's supposed to I know when you're on a computer, it'll maybe they're ended. Anyways, you can always take a look here and see what are the newest ones. You got one giveaway just started an hour ago from Switching Enviros. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. I really like that. I like that it gives everybody an equal chance to like win a giveaway. There's a post pushback delayed and I don't see it. There is a little bit of more of a larger delay, but there was already a little bit of delay before too, because you had to wait for like the chocks and everything. So it's not as noticeable as the takeoff delay. Yo, Space Bricks, peace out, man. BKK is building a second satellite terminal soon. Nice. I know World of Airports did mention, like on airports, they will explore updating the airport when when the airport gets updated in real life. So I think San Diego is an airport that's supposed to get an update IRL in real life. What's another airport? Now BKK. There's a few airports. I think LHR is constantly getting, construction and fixes. So I don't know if LHR is going to get updated, but I guess we'll see. We will see. Adam Cax, I wish there was a feature where you would search an airline and it would show where. I get it, and I think that would be cool. But I also think that would kind of it kind of hurts the Woapedia hunt, right? But it also kind of stinks having to go like Woapedia, right? People, there's a leaderboard for Woapedia, and there's so many. You can go to airlines here and you can like look, can I get Asian Airlines at this airport? And it would kind of stink to have to go through the map contract and just like click on random airports just to find the one airline that you're looking for. And there's a lot of airports, there's a lot of different airports. Trying to find the one airline or airplane type that you're looking for can be a pain. But I think it kind of keeps the Woapedia interesting in a way. But I also don't do Woapedia, so yeah. Oh, Alfie wants a plane to Muscat. Let's go. Let's do it. We're gonna buy the unlocked planes for now, and it's a L plane contract. So we're gonna do a 77. We're gonna do I did an A35K to TJ. So we'll do a 77W to you. Let's go ahead and configure this plane to Muscat. It doesn't need configuration, but we want to improve it. So right now the profit's at 1935, 4274, 4029. Okay. By 13 and 19. And I beat 4274? No, I cannot. Okay. So we're going to go right there. We're not going to unlock and purchase because I think I already have a livery for this. Just not Premium 1. We got Premium 5. So we're going to go ahead and purchase. We're going to scroll all the way to the right. we're gonna look for that plane right here, and we're gonna heart it. That way we can clear it to land, and we can send that off, or we can at least send a request before we leave today. And the A388 go from IAD to SCL? I haven't tried that. Somebody in chat might know. Yo, what's up, King Pilot? Andy Guarino said, oh no, that's a different. Prague is undergoing an update, and I think Prague is one of the airports we would definitely see an upgrade in the game for. You know, Prague is like the local airport to the developers because they're based out of the Czech Republic. So and they have like a good partnership with Prague Airport. I mean, if you look in Prague Airport in the game, there's like buses, World of Airport buses in there. But not only that, I think when World of Airports hosted like their first developer meetup, they hosted it at Prague Airport. You know, at one point I think they were sponsored by Prague Airport too. So I would 100% believe that when Prague Airports gets an update in real life, we'll see that airport get updated in the game too. And I heard they're adding like a parallel runway too. That's going to be exciting to see in the game. Infinite Flight Fan asked, hi, do you know when Bucharest or Timisoara are going to be in the game? I don't even know if they're going to be in the game. Those two airports have not even been hinted at, not mentioned. So I can't even tell you when. I mean, first off, I would never be able to tell you when. I'm not a developer, and the developers also don't really tell us when airports are going to come out. They're even hesitant to tell us which airports are going to come out. So I don't know the answer to that. But those, I do know those two airports. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard the developers even mention those airports. So I'm not sure. Adam Cack said yes, it can go. The A388 can go to IAD. Even the 763F can go there. Nice. Oh, switching Lambos. You're switching Enviros on Discord. Gotcha. Yeah, if we got an in-game runway added at Prague, that would be like amazing, right? I'm with you there. That would make Prague a top airport. Did the ATC voices change? I know they did make an update on the ATC. Let us turn on the sounds here. My ATC sounds are a little bit delayed. My I don't know why, but my capture card delays the sound from my iPad a whole lot. No, it sounds like the same sounds as before. Now it might be how do I word it? I think in 3.1 they updated this the vocal. Actually, I think it was like 3.0.2 or something. They've updated the vocals before. Yeah, I don't think they really changed it. All right, see you later, Flamingo. I'm about to head out too, and I'll see you in the Discord. Thank you for all the support, Flamingo. I really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody who got gifted a sub appreciate it as well. Again, if you guys got gifted a sub, make sure you subscribe on Phat Airlines Discord. Make sure you join the Phat Airlines Discord, so that way you can get access to our VIP channels. Oh, Sammy, I didn't even see you here, bro. Thanks for the lurk. Infinite Flight Fan said, if I could be a developer at WOA, first airport going to be added is Budapest or Bucharest. Gotcha, nice. Fat, where can I send you planes? Where in Discord can I find your in-game name? So I have 3 accounts, right? The main account I play is the Fat Rican. That's THEPHATRICAN. My second account is my free-to-play account, Phat Airlines. That's like my more casual account. I don't play that account every day. I haven't played it in a couple of weeks now, actually, because of all the craziness happening in my life. But and then my third account is this account that you're seeing on stream, Phat Empire. But this one, I don't really accept contracts unless I don't accept contracts unless you like purchase them. So like Kuba Dzek did. So yeah, you do have to kind of like purchase them. It's not like it doesn't cost you real money to purchase it, but you do have to kind of purchase it. So yeah, send it to my main account, the Phat Rican. You'll see it's my Discord username. That's like my username on like everything. All right, we're gonna send this to It's Just Alfie. He purchased it on Twitch, and right as I thought, I was able to send it to him before the stream ends. Let me read the last of your messages, guys. We're gonna end the stream here. I want to thank you all for all the support, and you know, we'll read the last final messages here. Answer a few of your questions if you got any. I'll try to be quick because it's 1 o'clock, and I wanted to make sure we ended relatively early, so that way I can make sure that my wife, the baby, everybody at home is doing well. Especially since, you know, I'm taking some time, you know, for myself essentially to stream to you guys. I want to make sure I spend some time with the family. It doesn't seem delayed. Gotcha. So in my ears, it sounds delayed like by like seconds when I turn on the game sound. So that's good to know on your end. It doesn't really sound delayed. Oh, you know why? I think I know why. It's probably because it's monitoring, and it's the output on the stream might be a little bit delayed. Like from what I'm hearing is delayed. Anyways, doesn't matter. Yo, what's up, M Aviation? Infinite Flight fans excited for new planes. Rick Rashid says, see ya. Hockey fan, thank you for the good wishes. Janet Odordach says, bye bye Phat, have a nice weekend. You have a good weekend too, thank you very much. Boeing fan said, what did they change this update? You might want to check YouTube or the patch notes. If you go to World Airports forum, they have the patch notes posted there. You go down to new content, and then you go down to release notes. You got 3.1.1 release notes. The main thing, in my opinion, is the 2D map is rotatable. They added some liveries. They added some performance optimizations as well as some graphical and pathfinding fixes. But in the beginning of the YouTube video of stream, you'll see I spend the first few minutes talking about personal updates, and I talk about the World of Airports update as well. Space Bricks, peace out. France, peace out. Nah, I gotta leave, man. Luis, peace out. Adam Cack, peace. If you're using a DAW for sound, there's always a delay depending on my settings. Now, I'm not using a DAW. I'm just using a capture card. I'm not using like the digital audio, a networking audio. It's all connected to my computer, which, I mean, there might be a little bit of delay, but like in my ear, I have like it sounds like there's like a 3 to 5 second delay from when I push the button to when I hear the click, you know? So it makes me feel weird. M Aviation, peace out. Zyrox, peace out. Yo, nice to see you, Zyrox. I don't know if I said hi. France, Japan, peace out. JetBlue, Southwest Airlines. I'm getting every airline in World Airports. Nice. Good luck, man. Seabirds Club Airline, peace. Andy Guarino, thanks for being here, man. Chimera, Space Breaks, Jav from Australia. You have 1306 livery. Nice. Yeah, and thank you guys for all the support. You know, not just especially Flamingo. You know, Flamingo gifting so many subs. So make sure you guys give your thanks to Flamingo if you see her later in the Discord or anywhere. I know she had to leave, but like Sloppy, Voitando, Kamikaze, who else? You know, Javel, Vabe, all you guys who followed. We're 8 followers away on Twitch from reaching 1,000. So maybe next week we'll reach 1,000. I don't know, but we'll reach 1,000 sometime soon. You know, it'll happen. It will happen, and it'll happen, and it'll be exciting when it happens. But yeah, ultimately, thank you guys for all the support. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the understanding and for the well wishes for me and my family with our newborn, our new baby girl. You know, like I said, I might be a little less active. I'm still keeping an eye on Discord. I'm still going to be there. I just might not chat as much because I got so many things happening. I'm still going to be playing World of Airports. My streams might not be as long. I might not be here every Saturday until we figure out like a real schedule for my life, you know, and how everything can work out for my wife, for babysitting and things like that. But I want to thank you all for understanding. Make sure you sign up on PhatAirlines.com because I'm going to send you guys email updates. That way you know what's happening. If I have to cancel a stream or something like that, I'm going to post it on Discord and send it on email. So that way you guys know and can be up to date. Otherwise, I stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. You don't know what time 11 a.m. Eastern is? Go to World of Airports. Go to Washington Airport, and over here it tells you the time. Right now it's 1:07 p.m. and that is the time for me, and that's what time I'm leaving today. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. All right, everybody, peace.